Hi guys, let me know if you're here. Hoping that we have some friends join us tonight. I've got some really great stories picked out for us. Let me know when you're here. Let me know what you've been doing this summer. Waiting for some friends to join us so we can share some great stories tonight. Let's make it. There we go. Let's move it back where it was so you can see the pictures in the books. Just waiting. Waiting. Hopefully somebody's going to join us. I've been looking forward to this all day, sharing some great stories with you guys. We'll give people another minute, and then they can join us if they want. Maybe they'll join mid-story. All right, we'll go ahead and start. I've got some great stories. First story I want to share is one of my favorite. It's called Hooray for Wadney Wat. Some of you may have heard this. I'm going to get comfortable here, put my feet up. Make sure we can all see the pictures. Hooray for Wadney Wat by Helen Lester. Poor Wadney Wat. His real name was Rodney Rat, but he couldn't pronounce his R's. To make matters worse, he's a rodent. A wodent. What's your name, Wadney? Asked the other rodents. Wadney Wat, whispered Wadney. What's another name for a bunny? They asked knowingly. Wabbit, he mumbled. And how does a train travel? They winked at each other. A twain twavels on twain twacks, Rodney replied miserably. The other rats aren't being very nice to him, are they? All of this teasing day in and day out made Wadney the shyest rodent in his elementary school. His squeak could barely be heard in class. He gnawed lunch alone. And while the other rodents scurried and scooted about at recess, Wadney hid inside his jacket. And there's poor Wadney hiding inside of his jacket. Then, one day, as the rodents were taking turns doing wheelies, a new rodent, a very large rodent, barged into the classroom and announced, "My name is Camomilla Capybara. I'm bigger than any of you. I'm meaner than any of you. And I'm smarter than any of you." Then she added, "So there." There's Camomilla Capybara. She doesn't look too nice, does she? With that, she accidentally, on purpose, elbowed an ear, bumped two noses, stepped on three tails, and lay down on a desk. Fur prickled in fear through the classroom. She was bigger than any of them. She sure looked meaner than any of them. Was she smarter than any of them? Poor Wadney. "What's 2 plus 2?" asked Mrs. Fuzzleworth. "4!" shouted Camomilla Capybara, without even bothering to raise her paw. "And furthermore, 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, and 243 plus 125 is 368. Later, when Miss Fuzzleworth asked, "What's the capital of?" Camomilla interrupted. "New York, Albany, population 295,594. And during science, in answer to the question, "What part of a plant is below the ground?" Camomilla Capybara danced on her desk and sang, "Root, root, rooty toot toot." Yep, thought all the other rodents. She's smarter than we are, too. They felt very, very uncomfortable. Every afternoon, just before the final recess, Miss Fuzzleworth drew a name from her hat to see who would be the leader for their favorite game, Simon Says. She scrunched her eyes closed and jiggled the hat. Would it be Hairy Hamster? Minnie Feet Mouse? Grizzly Fizz Guinea Pig? Could it be Big, Mean, Smart Camomilla Capybara? Miss Fuzzleworth's paw reached in and pulled out the name of Wadney Wat. The bell rang. There was a wild scurry for the door, and Camomilla Capybara was the first on the playground, having trampled the others in her path. To Wadney, she looked especially scary. What would she do when she heard him speak? Breathe capybara breath in his face? Or tie him up in his own tail? Or even pounce on him? The tiny, trembling leader of the gang stood before the eager players. His head was well inside his jacket, and he squeaked, "Rodney says, weed the sign." While the other rodents read, PS 142, Elementary School for Rodents, Chamomilla began pulling up weeds around the sign and wildly flinging them hither and yon till she was clear up to her teeth in dirt. The other rodents began to smile. Rodney says, "Wrap your paws around your head." He peeked a little peek out of his jacket and saw whap, whap, whappity whap, slap, whap. Chamomilla was whipping her paws around her head so hard she became dizzy, gave herself a headache, and had to sit down. The other rodents couldn't help but giggle. Rodney says, "Play wing around the rosy." Chamomilla put out her arms like wings and made an airplane noise. Meow. But where was the rosy? What was that? By now, Rodney's voice was stronger, and his head was entirely out of his jacket. "Wake the leaves." Nobody moved. Rodney says, "Wake the leaves." While Harry, Minifeet, and Grizzlefrizz and the others busied themselves raking, Chamomilla Capybara grabbed one leaf. "Wake up!" she yelled. She snatched another one. "Come on, you, up, up, up." And another, "Rise and shine." And boop! By now, all the other rodents were squealing with laughter. All but Chamomilla, who frowned. "Stupid leaves, they won't wake up." And why was everyone laughing at her? In a voice so strong he had to hold his own ears, Rodney called, "Rodney says, go west." The rodents collapsed in a happy heap for a rest. Go west. Chamomilla Capybara, feeling very smart that she could tell directions by the sun, said, "All right, I shall go west." And then she added, "So there." West she stomped forever. She was gone. So here, these rodents, they're resting while Chamomilla is going west. And from that day, the pupils of PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents never teased Rodney again. He was their hero. "Hooray for Rodney Wat," they cried. "Woot, woot, wooty toot, toot." And that is the end of Hooray for Rodney Wat. All right, I have one cat that's trying to join us. So if you see a little gray kitty pop up, she's mine. I have a story, and I like this story because it has a little bit to do with the beach, and the beach is my favorite place to go. But I've never been to a beach, and I've never seen this before. Oh, there she went. That was Connor. She decided to come through and say hello. The title of this story is Pirates Love Underpants, and it's by Claire Friedman and Ben Court. And here, hold on. She can't sit up there because then you can't see the pictures. So here's some wild pirate underpants. This is Connor. Connor, you want to say hello? Oh. These pirates so love underpants. They're on a special quest to find the fabled pants of gold for the captain's treasure chest. Oh, hang on, Connor. You can't stand on the laptop. Here's the pirates. Anchors away, the captain cries. Hoist up black bloomer's sail. Unfurl the secret treasure map. Pirates, pants, pirates never fail. And here they are looking at the treasure map. Oh, Connor, nobody else can see the story if you sit there. Black bloomer bobs upon the waves. The captain shouts, "Hooray! Sharks and fancy underpants. We've found Big Knickers Bay." Even the sharks are wearing fancy underpants. The pirates grab their shiny swords and row their boats to shore. Yikes, me hearties, what is this? Someone's been here before. Wonder who's been there. The footprints led through shifting dunes across the Three Pants Ridge. Snap, snap, snarl the hungry crocs beneath the Long John Bridge. There they are, and there are the crocodiles down beneath. The pirates wade through gurgling swamps, through caves as black as night. They trek through prickly undergrowth that gulp. Oh, what a sight. We're here too late, the pirates gasped. Another pirate crew. They found the golden underpants. What are we going to do? What do you think they should do? The captain has a cunning plan. It's clever. It's fantastic. Grab their fancy underpants and cut through the elastic. What do you think will happen if they cut through the elastic? Connor, what do you think will happen? She's found something on my arm that she likes. All right, come here, little girl. All right. As the rival pirates sleep, they snip round on tiptoe. But help! The captain's parrot squawks and wakes them up. Oh no! Grab those pants, the captain roars. They're after us. Oh, but with their pants around their feet, they don't get very far. Yo ho ho ho! The pirates dance. Fine treasure fills our hold. But what's the booty we love best? The glittering pants of gold. So when you put your pants on, check. The elastic is in place. Or like those silly pirates found, you'll have a bright red face. Do you have fancy underpants you like wearing? All right, I have time for one more story. I'm trying to say Scaredy Squirrel or the book with no pictures. Let's go with Scaredy Squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel. Inside the front, it says, warning. Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone wash their hands with antibacterial soap before reading this book. Good thing I washed my hands before sitting down here. Scaredy Squirrel is written by Melanie Watt. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. Here is the unknown. Oh, and here's Connor back. She wants to know what's going on. Come on. You got to move. Oh, she's okay. A few things Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of. Tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, killer bees, germs, and sharks. So he's perfectly happy to stay right where he is. Advantages of never leaving the nut tree. Great view, plenty of nuts, safe place, and no tarantula, poison ivy, Martians, killer bees, germs, or sharks. Disadvantages of never leaving the nut tree. Same old view, same old nuts, same old place. Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable. All is under control. Here he is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine. Connor, people can't see the pictures. Come on. 6:45 a.m. Wake up. 7 a.m. Eat a nut. 7:15 a.m. Look at the view. 12 noon. Eat a nut. 12:30. Look at view. 5 p.m. Eat a nut. 5:31. Look at view. 8 p.m. Go to sleep. But Let's say, just for example, that something unexpected did happen. You can rest assured that Scaredy Squirrel was prepared. Wonder what he's got in his kit. A few things in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit: a parachute, bug spray, mask and rubber gloves, hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, net, Band-Aid, sardines. Sardines? What's he going to do with sardines? Let's find out. What to do in case of an emergency, according to Scaredy Squirrel. Step 1, panic. Step 2, run. Step 3, get kit. Step 4, put on kit. Step 5, consult exit plan. Step 6, exit the tree. If there is absolutely, definitely, truly no other option. Here's Scaredy Squirrel with his kit on. Exit plan. Let's see. Top secret. Shh. Exit 1. Note to self. Watch out for green Martians and killer bees in the sky. Exit 2. Note to self. Do not land in river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract the sharks. Exit 3. Note to self. Look out for poison ivy and for tarantulas roaming the ground. Exit 4. Note to self. Keep in mind that germs are everywhere. Remember, if all else fails, playing dead is always a good option. With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches. Day after day, he watches until one day, Thursday, 9:37 a.m. What does he see? A killer bee appears. Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. This was not part of the plan. Scaredy Squirrel jumps to catch his kit. He quickly regrets this idea. The parachute is in the kit. But something incredible happens. There's his kit he's going after, but what happens? He starts to glide. Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. He's a flying squirrel. Look at him fly. He feels overjoyed, adventurous, carefree, alive, until he lands in a bush. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bee, not to mention the tarantulas, poison, ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. He gives his landing a 5.7. He lands in a bush and plays dead. 30 minutes later, still playing dead. 1 hour later. 2 hours later. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realizes that nothing horrible is happening in the unknown today. So he returns to his nut tree. All this excitement has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make drastic changes to his life. Scaredy Squirrel's new and improved daily routine. 6:45 a.m., wake up. 7 a.m., eat a nut. 7:15, look at view. 9:37 a.m., jump into the unknown. 9:45 a.m., play dead. 11:45 a.m., return home. 12 noon, eat a nut. 12:30, look at view. 5 p.m., eat a nut. 5:31 p.m., look at view. 8 p.m., go to sleep. P.S. As for the emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is in no hurry to pick it up just yet because it landed in poison ivy. All right. Well, I hope you guys had a great time, and I look forward to seeing all of you next week for Meet the Teacher and in 2 weeks when we all come back to school. Connor, can you say goodbye? All right. Bye, guys. Let's see.